We human beings alone can live a passionate life. Well, you would have seen a cheetah run so fast to catch its prey. Well, it's not a passion, it's its nature. We hear the roar of a lion. It's not passion, it's its nature. So we human beings might not be the fastest or the strongest, but yet we have the ability to be passionate in living, and that makes all the difference. So, the moment we are passionate, we can accelerate the pace of achievement. The quality and the quantity of what we achieve is going to be expedited. So, therefore, it's a human prerogative to live a passionate life in this short lifetime and make the best of our lives so that we can use this passion for the betterment of our lives. Well, passion is an intense emotion for something. If you're intensely emotional about something, you're certainly going to get it. As William James, Harvard University's most distinguished professor of psychology, says, your passion for a subject will get you. If you want to be rich, you will become rich. If you want to be famous, you'll be famous. If you want to be healthy, you'll be healthy. So whatever a man's mind can think and conceive, it can be achieved. And that's a reality and that's a fact. So you're having that passion. The moment we have the passion, we will ensure our body, our mind, our emotions, and our energies all align together towards that activity, and that's going to be made possible. As Swami Vivekananda said, take up one idea, think of that idea, dream of that idea, live on that idea, and you're going to achieve it. Because that is examples of passion. Whatever a man's mind can think and conceive, it can be achieved. So therefore, we have the option to live a passionate life. Now the question is, how are you directing your passion? And for what are you passionate about? There are people who are passionate about wanting to make a lot of money. There are people who are passionate about wanting to get into big positions. Well, they get it because whatever you can think and conceive and believe, you're going to achieve it. Now, the matter of fact is, there are lots of people who have got all these, but yet they are not very happy. So, therefore, your passion should not lead you into frustration. Now, having developed this passion, if our passion can be inclusive, that means we are not thinking about what's in it for me. It's not about me, my, and mine. If we can direct this passion towards a factor where it can be inclusive in nature, it's about the other person, the well being of the other. That means we can now reach out to as many people as possible because the possibility for us to take on responsibility is humongous. Suppose if you're passionate about the development of your country, that means you can touch the lives of 1.3 billion people. That means you have touched 1/7 of the world's population. And if you can intensify your passion and reach out to 7.4 billion people in this world, you touch the entire humanity and everything around it. So therefore, the moment you're passionate, and if you're passionate is inclusive of everything and every being, you are making the best use of the life. Because there's no limit to our responsibilities. What a single human being can do is phenomenal in this lifetime itself. So therefore, working on ourselves, working on the intensity and directing our energy and our passions towards something very inclusive is what is living a human life. So the true passionate living is all about being dispassionate about one's own need and being compassionate about people. Well, there are lots of people who have lived a life being dispassionate about their own needs and compassionate about people. And they are the ones who are contributors. They are the ones who are leaders and contributors. Well, very recently, I read a post in the social media where, according to Forbes, there is this person by name Charles Finney. He's in his late 80s and he said that he will die broke. Broke not because he is penniless or bankrupt, broke because he wants to give everything off. So in 1960, he co-founded the duty-free shops and he amassed a lot of wealth. And even though he was a billionaire, he still lived a monk-like frugality, is what the Forbes magazine says. And today, he founded a movement wherein he enlisted the cooperation of billionaires across the world, and he said that foundation, he named it as Giving When You're Living. It's not that I give when I'm dead and gone. Even when you're living, can you be giving? And very true to what he said, he has given away $8 billion for charity, foundations, and universities. And this he has done even when he is alive. And it's a very clear example as to how a person can be dispassionate about his own needs, but being compassionate about people. So, therefore, living a life of this kind is what is passionate living. Well, our trainer Aparesh Acharya is a great example for giving while you're living. He was a great trainer, a legendary trainer who could impact so many people's life. He could make leaders and contributors. He also had a social vision, and he started Snehalaya way back in the year 1988. And so many children came and studied, and from nowhere they were just underprivileged children, and today they are leaders and contributors because Aparesh Acharya was dispassionate about his well-being, but he was compassionate about the well-being of the other. And later he started a new revolution of India, where he wanted to touch the lives of people in this country. And today we are all Miltonians, we are working towards that cause. And very rightly, today in his mid 80s, when he's retired, he has given everything while he was living itself. So there, living a human life is all about being dispassionate about one's own needs and being compassionate about the other. Well, the MILT resolution that we take is producing more than what we consume and giving more than what we take. This is a clear example of passionate living. Passionate living is dispassionate for self and compassionate for the other. And if we can well and truly live it and not have this as a mere motivational quote, I can tell you we will leave a legacy. Leave alone a legacy. We will live a blessed life and we will be a blessing to people. So it's important for us to make a note and to live a life where we give while we are alive, giving while you're living. And that is what is true passionate living. So therefore, let's channelize all our energy and be passionate while we are living.